Hey guys, so my project is on the intersection between music and spirituality in the film Spirited Away by Hayao Miyazaki. And in particular, I wanted to show how the music plays a role in the spiritual journey that the main character Chiro plays throughout the film. So, to start things off, I wanted to add this quote, which says, "If you completely forget, you'll never find your way home," which was said by Haku, a main character in the film. And I thought this was important because it highlights the message of the film, which is that the more we stray away from spirituality and our traditional values, the more likely we are to become corrupt by the vices that this religion and other aspects of life um, warn us about. And with that being said, I think it's important that I should give a film synopsis. So, what is the movie about? Basically, Chihiro, the girl in a green sweatshirt, is the protagonist, and her family enter the spiritual realm. Her parents are turned into pigs due to their greed and materialistic desires, their gluttony to eat all the food that don't belong to them, and the whole film is her trying to save them. But in order to do so, she has to work in the bathhouse for spirits, which kind of show the anti-capitalist themes alongside the spiritual themes in the film. But more into that later. Um, Throughout this journey, Chihiro is going to learn the Shinto and other traditional Japanese values, which are going to allow her to save her parents in the future. And so, with that out of the way, I wanted to talk about Shintoism, which is the prevalent religion in the film that is being discussed. So, to give a general overall view of the values and principles of Shintoism, we have purity, respect, selflessness, and harmony. And these kind of go without say, but I'm just going to briefly describe them. So, purity refers to the priorities and moderation in terms of eating or materialistic desires, and respect refers to not only respect for divinity, but nature, which is important in the religion, as well as family and elders. And so selflessness is putting the community before oneself rather than individualistic desires. And harmony is the peaceful coexistence with nature and others. So the musical aspects of the film are going to be seen in the compositions of Joe Hisaishi, who created most of the music for this film. And here, the man, the myth, the legend, Joe Hisaishi is the creator of many Studio Ghibli films, not only Spirited Away, but films like Howl's Moving Castle and My Neighbor Totoro. And in his music, he uses primarily Western instruments because his songs are orchestral, and so it's centered around instruments like the piano. But he also employs traditional Japanese techniques like a simple rhythm and pauses, which I'll discuss later. And these help capture the emotions, which is why a lot of the films are known to be really sad and bring the audience in. And so, with that being said, I think it's only right that we go into the first song. And I'm only going to go into the first song in this presentation because I think it really captures the essence of what my project is about, and kind of sets off the main character's spiritual journey. And so, with that being said, the first song is A Road to Somewhere. And basically, what happens in the film is the family crashes and they decide to go through the tunnel, which is in Shinto culture simultaneously similar to the Torii gates, which is on the bottom left. And those are ritualistic gates that members of the religion pass through to reach the spiritual realm. And so the family is met with grassy plains and unfamiliar aura, which means that the film is kind of noting that they cross into the spiritual realm. And so I'm going to play the initial part of the piece. Yeah, so I'm going to continue, but basically, there are disjunct piano notes and the crescendos from the strings, which may or not be violins. They kind of help build the tension in the piece. And because of this tension, we kind of feel like confused, or we can understand the character's confusion and how they don't really know where they are. And in Japanese traditional music, uh, the word ma is basically referring to the pauses in between the sounds, which we can hear in the music, or this song in particular, and they're used to invoke some sort of feeling to the audience. Maybe it could be emptiness, or in this case, like confusion. And so, like, this silence between these changes in dynamic allow the listener to feel as though we are alongside Chihiro's family, and we're kind of entering this spiritual realm alongside them. And so to continue with the song, I'm going to play the rest of it, or at least most of it. Um, so here we can start hearing chimes, which are more of an East Asian tone color, and they reflect the unfamiliarity in the wind, as we can see here in the picture on the left. That is the grassy plains that the family has entered, and in the film, the chimes kind of make us also feel unwary along them, along the family. And in Japanese culture, the word kamikakushi refers to the mysterious disappearance because of the gods, or kami. And these mysterious disappearances can be likened to what's happening to Chihiro and her family, because not only can they not go back through the tunnel they went through, but they are stuck in this place and have to find a way out, which is basically a disappearance. And to continue with the end of the song, I'm going to play it. And so that was not that much, but I'm running out of time. And so we can basically hear the melody toggling back and forth. And if you listen to the music on your own time, you can also hear the harmonies build up on one another. And these kind of show how the family is trying to understand the situation, but are falling short in doing so. And like the loudness of the music and the harmonies kind of show how like this is an important situation that they have to find a way out of. And this is kind of, in a spiritual sense, divine intervention, because like I said, how the gods contribute to this mysterious disappearance. And I think in the film, or in my paper, I described more about how this is used to guide Chihiro towards the spirituality, and the drifting orchestra at the end, how it goes towards the silence again, kind of reflects the tranquility that is trying to be thought of or built throughout the film. And it kind of shows how this is really where Chihiro needs to be, because as we can see in the bottom left picture, her parents have turned to pigs, and she really needs to be the one to stray away from these materialistic desires, and move towards the enlightened values of, or traditional values of Shintoism, which involve not only respecting nature, but the deities, and as well as a lack of, or a promotion of selflessness. So, with being said, my paper goes more into other songs that reflect her growth, but I just wanted to introduce the main aspects of my project. And so, with that being said, thank you.